Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Wednesday, August the 19th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Cow and Boy restaurant bar type thing. That's where we're going to get together. And let's not call it a meetup or anything like that. Let's just call it a bunch of friends getting together for a couple of beers. I'll put a picture of the place in there, and if anybody needs a map, I'll get a map to show you exactly where it is. So 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, and I'm doing it Wednesday because, well, it's Wednesday. But that's not what this video is about. When did it become better to live in China than anywhere else in North America? I know. See, I've been coming to China since 2003, and I'll guarantee you in 2003, China was not better than Canada or the United States to live. It was better than Mexico, in my opinion. I've been to a lot of places in Mexico, and I've been to a lot of nice places in Mexico. Boy, she's noisy here today. But, most of Mexico, if not all of Mexico, is not as nice as China. But you got to understand, China has grown over the years and grown better. A lot of people have been brought out of poverty. A lot of people, like about over 2.5 times the population of the United States, has been brought out of poverty in the last 20 years since I started coming to China. Ho ho ho! Hey, you can still go out in the morning and get breakfast for $1. You got high rises all over. You've got parks. It's a nice place. In the parks, you don't have homeless people. You don't have drug addicts. You don't have needles. There's basically no robberies. If there is, it's like it's a one-off type thing. When you're in China, you are safe. Your homes are state of the art now, high rises. Like here, I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit so you can sort of see what I see. So exactly. So you got state of the art places to live, businesses. Just building infrastructure. The roads are beautiful. The subways take you from one side of a 7.5 million person city to the other side in 10 or 15 minutes. Cost you anywhere from 2 to 5 RMB. So 40 cents to $1. You got high-speed trains that will take you anywhere in the country in 1/4 the time that it used to take you to drive or take a bus, or even less than 1/4 of the time. You've got state-of-the-art airports where I've never seen airports like this in my life. It's just like, wow. You can move around the country, province, or city very easily. They've made public transportation not only very efficient, effective, but it's very inexpensive also. To jump on a bus and go to Bobai they leave every half hour type thing. To jump on a high-speed train and go to Shenzhen or Guangzhou or Beihai or Guilin or wherever, it's inexpensive, and they're leaving, as I say, once an hour-ish. It's like there's so many people, so it actually pays them to do this. If you want to jump on a city bus, every 15 minutes there's a city bus coming. If the subway doesn't take you there, the city bus will. And you've got rental bikes, e-bikes, you got rental pedal bikes, you got rental e-cars, you've got rental gas cars, you've got, and they're all very, very inexpensive, so it doesn't matter. You got DDs, you got, taxis, you've got all of these ways to get around, and they're all super inexpensive. So when did China become such a nice place to live? When did the infrastructure surpass what's going on in the Western world? When did, when I was working and living in Canada, I figured Canada was a better place, guaranteed. I would come to China and I'd say, oh, and no shit, you guys, I'd say, what a shithole. And then it got better. then it got better, and then it got better. And then I found that I would rather be around 2013, 2014. I decided that I would rather be in China than in Canada. And I think that's when it actually changed from Canada being better to China actually being a better place to live. With the States, I would imagine it was probably 2008, 2009 when it got to be a better place than the States to live. But I'm not saying that some things in Canada and the United States aren't better than what they are in China. It's just the overall atmosphere, the overall easy living, the overall expenses of living. You know, my condo fees are 600 RMB a year, guys, 24 hours a day, security. They pick up the garbage, they sweep, they do, you know, they take care of the place. You know, it's not a high-end place by any means, but 600 RMB, that's like 120 bucks for a year, $10 a month for my condo fees. Okay, what does it cost me in Canada for my condo fees? And we get virtually nothing. It I'm talking RMB here. It cost me about 1,500 RMB 1 month. So 17,500 RMB as compared to 600 RMB. Difference in cost? Oh, definitely. Do you get more for it in the Western world? No. They buy insurance. They've got a property manager. It's basically the same type of services that you get. But back to what's better in Canada than in China. Well, the air is cleaner. Unless you go out into the rural areas, and then the air is the same. In Canada, fishing is better. I miss going out walleye fishing, pickerel fishing with my dad, my brother, Wei Fong, in our boat on St. Brew or Candle Lake or up at Waiaquin, and pulling out 3-4 pound walleye, and then having a walleye feast. You wrap it in flour and a little bit of spices and fry it in butter. Oh, you know what I mean? Different things like that. Yeah, I miss. The medical system could be a little bit better in China. It's getting there. They've got the infrastructure. They've built the buildings. It's just the training has to catch up with the infrastructure. That's one thing I noticed. And it's not like that everywhere. Some of the hospitals here in China are state-of-the-art. The bigger university hospitals in the bigger cities are second to none. But you get the number 8 hospital or whatever, and yeah, they could use some improving. Food safety is another thing in China that sometimes just ain't, you know. I've gotten sick at a street vendor's spot over and over and over again. And then I'll get sick, I'll get the scoots, and then I get better, and then I go right back to the same place as I was before. And you know, and it doesn't happen the second time, so it's a one-off thing. It's one of those things that, but it's a trade-off, because the food here in China is so good. The variety of food is so good. It adds something to the experience of being here. You know, going out on the street and eating all of the different types of Chinese food and you know, in a place like Nanning, you get people from northern China, you get people from Sichuan province, you get people from all corners of China, and they move here and they set up little restaurants or street vendor things. So you get the variety of food from all over China, and it's freaking amazing. I'm telling you, it's worth getting the odd Montezuma's revenge, or let's call it Chairman Mao's revenge, I guess, we're in China, just for the experience. And you know, so that's another thing, that it's so amazing. The food here is so good. But the variety of food doesn't just stop at the restaurants. The variety of food is from the supermarkets to the wet markets, and the wet markets are like the best. If you want every type of fruit that you could imagine for a really reasonable price, you go to the wet market. Do you want veggies that are fresh right out of the field yesterday? You go to the wet market. You want fresh meat that's still warm and twitching? you go to the wet market because they kill those suckers right there. They put them on the slab, they slice them up. You got to be there. One of the things that's different here, they don't understand that different parts of the animal has better or worse meat, or some of them do, but they just cut it up. So you got to be there to get the pieces that you want. And yes, I like my meat, especially the barbecue stuff. And we do barbecue here. No gas barbecues. North America wins there, hands down. No gas barbecues. I got to use briquettes, you know, and that's one of the things that we left behind in North America so long ago. But here in China, we still use briquettes. It adds a flavor. It's okay, but I still wish we had a gas barbecue. No gas barbecues in a place where it's summertime all the time? Now there's a business idea. And another thing that I've noticed in China over the last 17, going on 18 years, is that the Chinese have various hobbies. Don't listen to the other YouTubers out there that say Chinese don't have hobbies. They're selfish and they only care about money. Don't listen to these people, because I see little girls going to ballet. I see kids going to art classes. I see kids going to English classes. I see kids going to music classes with a little guitar on their back. I see all of those things every day here in my Nanning. Yeah, and you know, I go to the park and I see people dancing, I see people singing, I see people playing musical instruments, playing sports. Sports are a big thing over here. Basketball, badminton, Kelvin, Xiaoping's and Ling's son goes to table tennis, ping pong classes, teaching him how to play ping pong. You see, so when people tell you that Chinese people don't have hobbies, that's just more bullshit, and don't listen to that. So when you're in China, and that's one thing that adds to the experience of China, is that they have so much going on here. You know, from the parks to the hobbies, to the music, to the you know, at night people are doing street singing on the streets. Sure, they want you to pay money, but it's like it just adds to the aura of it. And this place goes not 24 hours a day, but let's say 18 hours a day. You know, it starts at 6 o'clock in the morning, goes till frickin' midnight. Oh, and it does it 7 days a week. It just keeps going. So there's something for everybody here in China. If you're a gambler and you want to go to Las Vegas, well, we got Macau. Macau is just as good or better than Las Vegas. You want to go to a big city, you got Beijing, Shanghai, you got Guangzhou, Tianjin. We were just in Chongqing here a couple of weeks ago, and a city of 30 million people. You want rural. If you haven't been watching my videos, go back a couple of weeks, watch some videos of some very, very nice rural areas. You know, they got farmland, they've got bushland, they've got mountains, they've got rivers, they've got lakes, they've got everything that North America has. But what they excel at more is infrastructure, non-violence, inexpensive. Just when I walk down the street in China, I see more than half the people with a smile on their face. In the West, I don't see that. I see people worried about rent. I see people worried about taxes. I see people worried about elections. I see people that are basically not very happy in their area of the world. And it used to be the opposite, where Chinese weren't happy back, I don't know how many years ago. But now it's changed, where the Chinese are the happy ones and the Westerners, the North Americans, are not the happy ones. There are some there that just love their life and whatever, but I guarantee you, those are the guys with bucks in their pockets, where if they go out for breakfast, it costs them 20 bucks per person, 40 bucks for supper or breakfast. Yeah, you won't get supper for 40 bucks. And then tipping and all this other stuff. You're not going to get any of the poor people. You're not going to get the people that are working in a gas station or Walmart or McDonald's. These people are not going to be going out and spending 40 bucks and smiling. What they're going to do is they're going to be eating cereal for breakfast, porridge for breakfast, go to work. You know what I mean? Here, everybody eats out for breakfast. Not everybody, but most everybody eats out for breakfast, because it's just as inexpensive as buying it and eating it at home. You know what I mean? So Dinner, we go for dinner. Supper, well, you guys watch my videos. We're forever going out for supper, eating all these strange things all over China, and loving it. So when I ask the question, when did China become a better place to live than North America? I guess it all depends on who you are. The people in China, the people that live in places like Nanning or Shenzhen or Ningbo or wherever in China, Chongqing, will be able to tell you when they found that it was better for them to live in China than in the Western world. For me, 2013, 2014 is when the graphs collided, and China became a better place to live than Canada did. I spend very, very little time in Canada anymore. Summertime in Canada is better because the weather's not so hot. It still has its good stuff. You know, as I say, the fishing, the summer weather, winter weather, no. Canada sucks in the wintertime, especially in the prairie provinces. Ooh, 40 below? My God. How can anybody live like that? I used to live like that. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, Wednesday, August the 19th, Cow and Boys Restaurant and Bar here in Nanning City on Qixing Road. Qixing Road. Qixing Road. It actually is where, it's like a block and a half from where my wife grew up. So it's back to the old stomping grounds for a couple of beers. That's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Wednesday, August the 19th, Cow and Boys. And as I said, if you need a map, we'll get you a map so you can show up. And I don't expect a lot of people because there's not a lot of Westerners in Nanning at this time. But I don't know, it'll be fun to sort of get together and talk to some of the people that have been watching my stuff, and maybe they can give me some hinters on what direction my channel should take. So, don't forget to resubscribe, hit the bell, and never forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Poor rural Chinese children, they just need a helping hand, guys, and we can give them that helping hand. Help me, help them. Thanks for watching. Bye now.